Welcome back to Wake Up Radio with Ryan, Ray, and Fuzz. Live in the studio is Irlanda Montes,
Yes.
co-owner of Arboleda Salsa.
Yes.
Irlanda, you did graphics for a long time,
Yes.
and that sort of fizzled out.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there?
Well, I met at that time my husband, that is right now, because I've been divorced, and I had my child. She was like about 1.5 years, and we met through being friends and business, and he had been laid off work for a while because the company just moved out of states, and he says, look, I have some money, and I thought maybe I'd start something. I see you moving along doing these things. And I said, he says, why don't we do something together? And I said, oh, okay, that's perfect. So we actually did a line of clothing, we did promotional items, we extended the graphics to do commercial graphics, and of course went on and on doing so many things with him and I that after 4 years of doing business, life took us to get married.
Okay.
We got married, and we continue doing business, and sometimes we just go on and off, and it's just ups and downs.
Right.
And he tried opening a restaurant, keeping a restaurant with a partner, and the partnership didn't really work. The restaurant is great, but the partnership didn't work, so and we just they split.
Uh-huh.
But we continued our dreams of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, at that time when we just got married, I became ill for about 1.5 years, and things didn't. We got financial issues and all kinds of struggles. But nevertheless, we continue thinking, oh, maybe,
Even despite the challenges.
Even despite the challenges, we continued, and I wanted to continue doing this line of clothing that I thank God that He healed me. So after 1.5 years, and I said, I want to get this line of clothing because it's a Christian line that it has the messages and stuff. And but of course, there's a lot of time and investment that it has to be placed on that. So I always wanted to do the salsa, and I told my husband that so many years ago I got the permits and I got the business license, and I said, I feel bad. I said, I always told my mom I will take it to the markets, and my mom tells me sometimes, when are you going to take the salsa to markets? You keep telling me. And she's 84. She's very healthy. She's a beautiful woman. And I said, I have to do it. I just have to do it. Nice. So I decided, okay, well, we actually lost a huge company that were giving us graphics. Their business went down, so I said, you know what, this is the time to do it.
And you took action in the right moment.
Wow. Well, I don't know if it's the right moment or the bad moment, because there's a lot of investment into it. Well, and of course, you need the money coming in. So I said, well, my husband says, you know what, I'll support you. I'll take care of the work, bring him some cash. You put your effort into, of course, not myself completely. He's amazing. Without him, I can't do it.
Well, and that's what it takes. And this show is about the successes and the challenges. Yes. And we love to bring in people who are just starting and really getting things going. So,
I was thinking of that as I was hearing her story. I'm like, that's the most remarkable thing about this is you're going down this whole list of various things that you've tried. Well, a lot of people, that scares them because they hear failure, didn't work, but, and they become afraid of that.
But along all this time, she's been supporting herself.
Absolutely,
and I mean, she didn't fail that much.
And well, and that's where I'm going with this. And you kept going. That's what we need to do. We need to quit being afraid of the word mistake or failure, or see that as that's the end. No, that's lesson learned. And it sounds like you've learned quite a few. Lesson learned. Okay, now we're going on to this thing. Oh, learned this lesson over here. Now we're going on to this thing.
Yes.
And so that's what I love about your story is that and that whole going door to door with your little daughter, I think to myself, okay, well, some people would think, oh, well, I would never do that. That's embarrassing. What have we talked about on this show?
You got to break down the ego.
That's exactly right. What are you not willing to do in order to make something happen? And you went there.
All right. Yes. Irlanda, the salsa is delicious. I've tried it myself, and we actually have a clip of some people who are tasting the salsa that we'd love to show. So let's take a look at that and give everyone at home an idea of how delicious this salsa really is.
We're here at Arboleda Salsa, one of my favorite salsa spots in Los Angeles. I'm willing to walk to the farmer's market to have this delicious salsa.
Wonderful.
Sorry, one second.
What do you think of our salsa?
I think it's wonderful. That's why I'm buying some right now.
Okay, perfect.
I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
John had just bought some salsa and chips from Arboleda. And would you like to say something about the salsa, sir?
Very tasty, very fresh.
I don't know what you do. What kind of witchcraft goes into this? This is some of the best salsa on earth. Oh, no.
Yeah, your hands in your pocket.
It's very good. Very delicious.
The only problem is the chips are bigger to get more of that salsa on it.
This is my first time tasting a salsa and I really like this.
You can taste the very fresh ingredients. I'm going to take another chip here. Very, very fresh ingredients.
Has like a unique flavor. I don't think I can have salsa like from the store. It's just different, you know.
Amazing. It's homemade, obviously, but it's delicious, consistent. It's great. I'm a huge fan.
Definitely a fan. I'm going to take a couple of these home.
I could be here all day.
Thanks.
Delicious.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And these are all real customers. You didn't enact any of this.
No.
I love that the one guy says the only problem is that the chip's not big enough to hold more of the salsa. That's
Irlanda,
great.
we're going to talk a little bit more about your challenges with money when we come back. And you've got some customer success letters, I think, that you may want to share with us as well.
Sure.
And we'll be back just in a moment here on Wake Up Radio. Stay with us.